Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, let's solve one of the most popular lead code problem, that is best time to buy and sell stock. Okay, so let's understand what exactly is the question. Here, you are given an array prices where prices of I is the price of a given stock on ith day. You want to maximize your profit by choosing a single day to buy one stock and choose a different day in future to sell that stock. Return the maximum profit you can achieve from this transaction. If you cannot achieve any profit, return 0. So what they are saying is like, here we are given an integer array which is called prices. Okay, so here where prices of I is the price of a given stock on ith day. So that means, let's say here the values are 7, 1, 5, 3, 6 and 4, right? So 7 is a first one, right? First. So that means here the price of stock at day 1 is 7, the price of stock at day 2 is 1. So it's because here in the explanation they said like buy on day 2, right? Here what's the price at day 2, which is equal to 1, right? So generally we might get confused ki in the arrays the indices used to start from 0, right? But in general, in reality, we don't have any 0 day, right? So let's consider this as a day 1. Okay, now you want to maximize your profit by choosing a single day to buy one stock and choose a different day in future to sell that stock. So here what they said is like, we need to maximize our profit first thing. By how we can be able to do that? It's by choosing a single day to buy one stock. Here out of these days, these many days, I need to choose one day to buy my stock. Okay, and they mention choose a different day in future to sell that stock. So observe guys, here they like highlighted this single day as well as different day in future, right? So it's because, so let's say is there any scenario where I can buy it when the price of stock is at 3 and I can sell at 7, which is in the past? It can't be happened, right? In reality also, when we think of real scenarios where in the stocks, right, I can buy on today, then I can be able to sell in the future only, not in the past. So that's why they mentioned this specifically. Now, and also what they mentioned is like, return the maximum profit you can be able to achieve from this transaction. From this whole transaction, I need to get the maximum profit first thing. Okay, if you don't have like, if we didn't find any kind of profit in that entire transaction, we can be able to return 0. Clear? Now let's go and how we can be able to solve this particular problem. So what's the question? It's best time to buy and sell stocks, right? So this is the question that we need to focus on. So let's say they are given us some prices, right? 7, 1, some 5, 4, 2, 3, something. I pick a random values. Okay, so in this prices I need to get the maximum. So what I need to get, I need to return the maximum profit. So this maximum profit I can be able to get from whole transaction. Okay, and if I didn't find any profit, if I didn't find any profit, so what I need to return? I need to return 0, right? So this is what they ask. So observe guys how we can be able to solve this problem. Okay, so one of the approach, brute force, I could think of is like, let's say this prices value, right? So if I start so let's pick this value 7, 1, 5, 4, 2 and 3, right? So in this scenario, how about, so at every value I will go and I will iterate all the values and compare that profit. That means, let's say I will think of a scenario, I will consider this value 7. That means, let's say, assume I buy at value 7, okay? So, how about if I sell at day 2 with a price of 1? How about if I sell it with a at day 3 with a value of 5, then with 4, then with 2, then with 3, okay? So that means at this particular transaction, right, so we will get some value, right, some value. So this what we I consider it like a called profit, okay? I consider a variable which is called profit, and this tracks at that instant, at every instant, what could be the max value, max profit, okay, I can be able to achieve. But I will consider another variable which is called max profit, that I could think of and return. This max profit is nothing but the profit that I got from whole transaction. After whole transaction, after considering from first to last, whatever the max profit that I can be able to get, I will store this in this particular variable called max profit, okay? But at every instant, whatever the profit that I got, I will store in a variable called profit, okay? Clear? That means from 7 1 I can be able to get one profit. Clear? That means uh, buy minus sell, sorry, sell, whatever the value that I'm sell minus buy, right? So that means it's minus 6. And likewise, so 5 minus 7, which is equal to minus 2, then 4 minus 7 is equal to minus 3, and so on. So these are all the profits that I got, okay? Profits that I got. Now this max profit is considered like maximum of whatever the profits that I got and maximum of this particular profit. So it's max of max profit and comma and this particular profit. It's because why I consider this max profit is because observe that, let's say in one scenario, let's say I did some 5 minus 1, okay? At one transaction I will got 4. At this particular instant, this is the max, right? Let's say the max value, max profit that I got is so say some 1, okay? Compare with 1, this is the max profit that I can be able to get now at this instant. So that's why I will compare and get the max profit, okay? So and in future or in another transactions, I might be able to get something which is like higher than this particular value. So that's why at every instant I will check this max profit also and I will update accordingly. Clear? Comparing with the profit that I can be able to achieve. Clear? So how I did with buy, I can be able to consider like I will buy at value 1. So I can't be able to consider the past, right, to sell the stock. So that's why I will go in the future only. That means for 1 I will go compare with 5, compare with 4, then 2 and then 3, right? So whatever the profits that I got, I will record it. So similar with 5, similar with 4, similar with 2 and similar with 3. So this means for every value I will check all the other values, that I am seeing whether I will be able to get any profit, right, at that price, at the price in the future, right? So this is one way I could think of. Clear? But observe guys, what could be the time and space complexity? So this solution is fine though, but observe, this is kind of complex, not complex, actually expensive with respect to the time, because for every value I'm comparing all the other values, right? So that means the complexity is order of n square, whereas space is order of 1 only, right? So think in this way, can we be able to reduce this, or can we be able to optimize this, right? So think of any possible ways where we can be able to optimize this. So solution 2, I could say one optimal one. So here let's say again the prices, which has some 7 1 4 3 2, okay, or 6. This is the one, right? So now what we will do is, like in this scenario, we will iterate through all the prices for sure, right? I will start from first and I will go till the end, right? But I need to consider what's the minimum price so far, okay? So I will see what's the minimum in the array, and after considering the minimum, what could be the maximum that I can be able to achieve. Clear? So in this example, let's say, uh, so consider this one, okay? This example only. So let's say days also, though they consider, like they said it's one and something, so I will consider from 0, okay? And whatever the prices that we have, okay, so that means 7 1 4 3 2 and 6. So it's 0 day and 1, and then 2 3 and 4 and 5. Clear? I do have from 0 to 5, okay? Now I will find the minimum value, min value so far, okay? That means initially I don't have anything, so far my minimum value is 7. Clear? Now when there is a value, I will compare with this value. So what could be the minimum value? It's 1, right? So that's why I will go with 1. Then 4, I will consider this minimum value. What could be the minimum? It's 1. Again 1, then 1, then 1, right? So that means maximum value, I find the maximum value from this entire prices or entire transactions, okay? Now I need to find the profit, okay? Profit, how I can be able to achieve the profit is like price minus minimum value. Clear? It's because whatever the profit that I can be able to get, observe, so if I buy the value at the minimum price only, I can be able to get some kind of profit, right? Clear? So that's why in the entire whole transaction, I find whatever, is there any minimum value. Clear? Now at every instant I will find this prices, okay? I will find the profit by subtracting the price with the minimum value. Clear? So that means here in this instant the value is 7 and the price is 7, right? 7 minus 7 is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. Then prices minus 1. Here I got 3. Then 3 and 1. Here I got 2. Here I got 1. And here I got 6, 1. I got value 5, right? So these are the profits that I got. Whereas I said, right, there is at the end there is something called max profit which tracks the whole transaction. Clear? So at this instant the max profit is 0 only. Here 0 only. Now when 3 comes, I will compare the value, what's the maximum in 3 and 0. It's 3, right? So I will go with 3. Now at value 2, I will compare these two values. So when profit is 2 and the max profit is 3, what could be the max of these two values? It's 3, right? So it's 3. Now uh, compare 1 with 3. So which is maximum? 3 is maximum so far. Now with 5 and 3, what could be the max? It's 5, right? So that's why at every instant I am, for maximum profit, we are checking the max of this max profit and the profit. Clear? So that's why we will get the profit at the end also. Clear? So this is how we can be able to solve this. It's simple, right? So when we find what is the minimum value in the entire prices, so if I buy it that particular day, so that means I buy it at a day where the price is very low, and out of then whenever I sell I will get a profit, right? For sure I will get a profit. So in that profit, now I need to find where I can be able to get the max profit at which day. If I sell, I can be able to get the max profit is something how we can be able to solve, right? Like this. So in this scenario, what could be the time and space complexity? Time complexity and space complexity. So here observe guys, the time complexity is order of n only. Why order of n? It's because we are traversing from first day to last day only once, right? So that's why it's order of n, whereas the space is order of 1 only. We are not using any extra space. Clear? So this is how we can be able to optimize this. Clear? So let's solve how with respect to code. Okay, so here what I will do is like I need to iterate, right? For sure I need to iterate this prices. So integer, let's say I call it as price in prices. Okay, so now what I will do is like, so I need to find the minimum value, right, at every instant. So let's say I will consider a variable called min price. Okay, min price. So initially I don't know what exactly is the min price is. So in this scenario I will take the max value. Okay, integer dot um, max value. Why max value? Is because, so guys, this is also one of the thing, like if we in some problems if they ask like need to find the max value or min value, assume that initialize with the, if we need to find the min value, right, initialize with the max value. If we need to find the max value, then initialize with the min value, because at every instant I need to compare, right? So that means this is the max so far. Clear? So that's why at every instant just think of this like a small trick, or just useful for the interviews. So now what I will do is like I will consider min price, but I need to find in this prices, right? So here min price equal to I need to compare. So here math dot minimum of, so minimum of min price comma prices price. Why here? Here also when you guys observe, so min price so far, that means here I'm comparing the values, right? Whatever the min value that I got along with the prices value, right? So that's why out of those, what is the minimum value, that is I'm considering as a minimum value, right? So that's why I consider this min of this minimum price and whatever the price at that instant. Clear? Now what, after I got the minimum price, now I need to find the profit at that instant, right? So the second thing is like I need to find the profit, and how I can be able to find the profit, I need to uh, get it by price minus minimum value, right? So that's I will write. So here the profit is equal to its price minus min price, right? So now after getting the profit, what we need to do, we need to find the max profit also, right? So this max profit also I am updating at every time, right? So for every value I'm comparing and I'm updating accordingly. So that's why here I need to consider this max profit also. profit, but here I okay. So okay, this max profit I didn't initialize it, right? So int so let's say max profit here, which is equal to 0. Why I initialize with 0 is like here they mentioned, right, if you can't achieve any profit, return 0. So if I initialize with 0, I can directly return it, right? So return in everything. So in return I need to return the max profit. So here how I can be able to achieve max profit, it's the maximum, right? Math dot max of, so what could be the two values? It's profit and max profit. Clear? So this is how we can be able to solve this problem. Let's run this. Okay, submit it. Cool. Hmm, let's see. Hmm. Yeah, this also same, right? Okay guys, that's it for this video, and thank you.